What's up, Plinko fans? I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Michael.
And today we are doing a park spotlight for Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. This park is by Mick17, and in the description it says, to all who come to this happy place, welcome. Experience the magic of Disneyland as you ride 8 iconic attractions. Disneyland Railroad, Indiana Jones Adventure, Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, King Arthur's Carousel, Peter Pan's Flight, and Space Mountain. Fantasmic starts at $18.50 at Tom Sawyer's Island, and the Kiss Goodnight Fireworks Spectacular starts at $2,100 above the Sleeping Beauty Castle. Includes building blueprints built by Brievades, Orange Juice 1214, and Julian.
All right, so I love the description there. Now, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. This creator's also got a YouTube channel, and the description will be in the link below. I believe it's called the Lost Boys something. I'm blanking off the top of my head, but make sure to go check out his YouTube channel, as you know he does a lot of just a lot of stuff on Disney parks and stuff like that. And so it's definitely a great channel to go check out, because we're kind of seeing just some aerial views of it at nighttime. What are your initial thoughts, Jasmine?
Yeah, this looks really, really interesting. I'm really excited to get to the Splash Mountain. Is that Splash Mountain or Space Mountain? Splash Mountain?
Yeah. Now, I will say I haven't looked everywhere yet, because I didn't want to everything to be ruined, but I have looked at Splash Mountain, and you will not be disappointed.
Okay.
let me just say that we are going to struggle to keep this under an hour. So,
yeah.
But man, I'm excited.
And, I mean, just looking at the overview of this park, I mean, there's so many details already that are just popping out at me. So I'm really excited to get into this one.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get started at the entrance. So we've got our tickets ready to go. We have our one-day pass to Disneyland. And we are in guest mode, because I feel like this is a park you got to at least walk around some in flip cam mode. But just right away, I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
This entryway. Have you been to Disneyland or just Disney World?
I went to Disneyland when I was really little, and I don't remember much about it. So
yeah, I mean, I can already tell the use of this. I mean, great use there of the columns to kind of have it still look like that would be naturally like that.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And I love this flooring too. You know, I mean, that clipping's kind of unavoidable when you're using this much of it, but it's basically the planters that's just been colored to more of this kind of reddish, pinkish color. Now, I've been to Disneyland when I was in 3rd grade. So I think that's supposed to be the Matterhorn kind of hill and stuff. I could be wrong about that. Uh-oh, our cat's going crazy. Yeah. But yeah, they're swatting at each other. I think that's supposed to be Matterhorn, but this is just amazing. I mean, we were actually at Disney last February. So yeah, what are your initial thoughts? Sorry, our cats are looking like they're about to fight.
They're staring at each other intensely.
Yeah. Jasmine, you want to grab one of them just since they're up on that ledge?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Our cats sometimes don't care that we're filming videos. But I mean, first of all, this train station is just awesome. And I think, if I remember correctly, Disney World's got the same kind of setup right here as you kind of enter. But what I think's amazing about this, Jasmine, is the scale. So this creator was able to scale this down. Yeah. But it still looks exactly like it does in real life, just on a more of a scaled kind of formula. So this is just amazing.
Yeah, I really like these buildings.
Okay. I thought we got stuck.
Oh.
Oh, we did. Hold on. What's going on? Why are we stuck? Okay, maybe flip cam mode doesn't want us to work out. So forget flip cam mode. This happens every time. They need to really work on flip cam mode. But yeah, so I mean, just as you can kind of see the overview of this street, this is just awesome.
Yeah.
This is just amazing.
I just like the level of detail just to make these buildings. I mean, I can't even imagine just how this process of building these. I'm just so impressed when people can make these realistic looking buildings from what we're provided in the game, you know?
Oh, for sure. For sure. So we got a cinema. Like I said, we haven't been to Disneyland, so I don't know what the stores are there. I kind of vaguely remember some of the stores at Disney World that we went to. But, oh, that's cool. Great moments with Mr. Lincoln. And then you've got the what are they called? The quartet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry for the quick cut right there. We had, like we said, our cats. One of them likes to play a lot, one not so much. And they sound like they're about to fight, and
they're best friends, but one of them he's just a little more mature than the other one.
Yes, mature. That's a good way to state it. But yeah, I mean this courtyard looks very similar, like we just said, on a smaller scale to what I remember seeing, and it's just, I mean, just awesome. Like, what are your thoughts here, kind of as we see this kind of middle plaza area?
Oh, they made Walt Disney. Oh, and Mickey. Oh, okay, I see. Well, they made Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Any other thoughts as we're kind of in this area?
No, I just want to get into it.
All right, so which way you want to go first?
Castle, obviously.
Okay. I didn't even need to give her the option. She knew right away. I would have said Frontierland, but you know. But yeah, so, and then we'll check out everything at night too. I mean, obviously some rides are going to be more preferred at night. Gosh, this is just so detailed. This is amazing. So I wonder, man, how long did it take you to make this whole park? Because I know you've posted other stuff on the workshop before, like certain Disney rides, but this is outstanding.
Yeah.
So now if we kind of get an overview of this area, what kind of stands out to you, other than everything?
What stands out to me other than everything? I don't know. Let's look at a ride though.
All right.
We only get the Snow White.
Yeah, or the Peter Pan. Snow White. Or is that the one you're mentioning, Peter Pan?
No, that's Peter Pan. The Snow White's on the other side. But.
Oh, there's a Snow White ride. Okay, well let's look at nighttime for this one. But right away, I mean this building just looks very. I mean, it looks identical to it basically, and really well done.
Did you look all this stuff up?
No, just because there was a Peter Pan ride in Disney World, and it's a very similar. Like, I don't know if you remember when we're at the back of the park.
Yeah.
It was kind of this whole same building style, kind of where It's a Small World's at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so let's go ahead and pause this while we make sure that we are on the right train. So Peter Pan's flight. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. All right. Seat 2.
Yeah, I actually really like these little rides in the parks.
Oh, I mean, I like them too. I mean, and especially
they're just kind of relaxing. You just sit there.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to take a break from the thrill rides every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like that clock kind of moving.
What's that?
I'll be honest.
Oh, the dog?
I don't remember too much about Peter Pan, to be honest, guys. Other than Captain Hook.
There was a dog. I think there was a dog in it.
This is so cool, though. Now they're in London.
Mm-hmm. The pirates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that was cute.
Yeah, so it's like a shorter ride, but it's super cute. There's one part I think is kind of cool too. Is when it's at nighttime, you can kind of mask some things, right? And so it's really cool that, like, basically the floor is like black, right? But you can't. It looks like there's nothing there. And just really good job with this, using the Starry Nights. What I think is cool is, I mean, that's not even really a wall. That's just that kind of that piece, that screen.
Yeah.
But it looks like like here when you kind of go through it, it looks almost like I don't really know how to describe it, but it looks kind of cool when you're kind of going past it fairly quickly like that. Since it's obviously supposed to look like nighttime and stuff. But this is great with all the lighting and Peter Pan. And then Captain Hook somewhere, but this is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So any other thoughts?
No, it was cute.
All right, so let's go back out here.
Yeah, that's Snow White over there.
Okay. Is that a ride or?
Mm-hmm. You showed this to me earlier once.
I showed this one to you?
Yeah, I thought you did.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, I thought you did. Maybe I'm thinking of some other...
there's a different park that somebody made a Snow White
Oh.
ride. But either way, this is still cool. Even though it's
that
not
is really cool.
Even though it's not a ride, it gives you the illusion that it is because of having the sign and stuff and kind of how the walkway is. That's why I was a little confused at first because I was like, "There's nobody."
Is that just like Snow White's castle then?
Yeah, well, I think it's probably supposed to be the location of where Snow White would be.
Oh.
If he was able to build it.
Oh, look in the window up above the sign. There's something there. There was something there. Hold on.
Something.
Something's gonna come out. Oh.
That's cool.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be Snow White or if that's supposed to be like the witch.
Yeah.
Like the...
But like, here's the thing that's so amazing with console is like, you know, with PC players, they've got TMTK. Like, people can create all this extra stuff to put into their parks. Like, somebody could create a Snow White looking figurine, in theory, if they wanted to. But like, this creator's just done such a good job of making use of the pieces that we have in game, right? And I mean, look at that. It's supposed to be Dumbo. Look at that.
What?
That's supposed to be Dumbo. Using.
Oh, I was like, what is that? Okay, I gotcha. I see it now.
How cool is that, though?
Before I was like, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, I looked at Jasmine and she was like looking at the screen. I'm like, yeah, I see it. No, that's cool though. So that's Dumbo's whatever it's called. But I love the coloring on it and kind of putting the ride skin on there too. Because I mean, obviously these are.
I don't really remember much about Dumbo.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand those, like, what happened, like what that's referencing.
I mean, Dumbo was part of a circus, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's part of a circus. I mean, that obviously.
Can you go back towards the Peter Pan? There was there's that. What's that blue shape thing?
It's supposed to be a whale, but I don't know what this is for, to be honest. Whoa! Oh, what's that? Is that like its little
tongue? Or not the tongue, the little thing.
Whatever it's called at the back of our mouth. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, I would love you to let me know.
It looks like a whale to me.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a whale. I just don't know what that's referencing. But I mean, look how it's kind of like built into the wall here. Or into the hillside. That's kind of cool. Oh, I love this. Aww. This walkway. This is so cool. So well done. Oh, this looks so nice.
It is so hard to build like covered paths like this, and then it like curves around.
Yeah. One little bit of advice I could give on this is this would save you some percentage counter too, is because everything with how he kind of had to build this park, a lot of this is not like if you were to delete this, the terrain's not quite necessarily at the same level, right? So you can kind of see where the paths are at. I personally, with queues, would never use a 2-meter path because it kills your counter. So like use a 3 or 4 meter path, because you see how it kind of gotten more narrow here. So you could extend this out to 3 or 4, and if you do that with every ride, it's going to save you over the course of the time. And for this straight portion here, you could have placed these on a grid until you get up here, and then you can kind of turn it. Because placing pieces on a grid save you a lot as well.
Yeah, I don't really understand like the logic behind like smaller width path means more. I don't know, but that's how the game. That's just how the game.
I think it's like when there's smaller width, there's in theory out of the amount of physical space that's in that path, there's a higher percentage of it that's having to be calculated for guests, meaning the edges take up more percentage of it potentially compared to if you have a 10-meter path where it's a lot wider and there's a lot of space in the middle. That's my only guess. I have no idea. But the one thing you could do to kind of combat having the fact of kind of like we just said with this, since it's very tough with how you're doing everything to get everything kind of on a level plane, what you could do is you could now granted this might not be exactly like Disney, but you could place down some little curbs and stuff and kind of create your own like small planters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
That'd be my only suggestion, because I mean obviously this is amazing, and when we do tours we try to give some information here and there that we kind of notice and some things we pick up on, but this is awesome. Great area. Let's move on to the next area. So now I feel like this nighttime is probably the best to look at a lot of this.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
So let's go to Space Mountain area. We'll say Splash Mountain for last.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, that is just...
What is that supposed to be? Oh, that's just a ride skin?
Yeah, it's well, it's not an actual ride. Or is it a ride at Disney? I know, like, when you go into Tomorrowland, they've got, like, this futuristic design.
Yeah.
But it's really kind of funny to me how, like... It's just interesting how Tomorrowland was made in, what, like the 60s or 70s, maybe?
Wait,
and
so this
like,
isn't a ride? So they built this?
Yeah, built this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that whole thing was built.
Oh, I just thought it was like a ride skin.
But I think there is a ride in actual Disney World where little kids can go in on it. Like, where it's like actually people can sit in there. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, that looks so cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool. But it's just interesting looking at Tomorrow World, and it's like futuristic, but it's made like 40 years ago, and it's like, yeah, our world looks nothing like Tomorrowland was.
I do remember being at Disney World, and yeah, I do.
Look at how that's lit up. Oh, that is awesome.
He really likes Space Mountain. I haven't actually been on Space Mountain.
See, it's not as much that I really like it, because it's honestly it's really not a good coaster. Like,
well, you were so excited when you went on it.
Yeah, and it had gotten rough.
Like, and then you were like, Jasmine, you have to come on Space Mountain with me.
It's more just like the experience. Like, when you're walking in the queue the whole time, it's so dark, and it's like you really, I mean, it's like you really feel like you're in space is the whole point of it. So it's just very rare that you actually ride a coaster that the whole time you can't see a single thing. And so that's more...
That's why I didn't want to ride it.
Yeah, I mean, it only goes like 28 miles an hour, but it has definitely gotten super, super rough. Yeah, and so now I don't know how the one at Disneyland is compared to the one at Disney World, which I probably should stop saying that. But this is a cool kind of use of trying to make the kind of futuristic cars, because even though the ones I've been on don't necessarily have this many trains, this would probably be the best model to kind of actually model it. So it's a pretty cool idea to create that. And I love the lighting. Any day now. There we go. This is cool. All right, what are your thoughts?
I haven't ridden Space Mountain, so I don't know, but I mean, that seemed really, really fast to me.
Yeah. I think what you could have done is probably turn the friction up. Because I wonder if we turn the friction up, if that would... I might just use that as a test subject here. So let's say we turn the friction up to... Because how I closed it down. All right, let's just turn it up this way. And then let's turn it to test mode. I'm just interested to see the difference because I think the layout is pretty strong for what we were, for kind of the space limitations, because obviously like on console, like we're limited, like we can't create this massive structure, right? When you want to create Disney. So I think you did a good job of making it be similar in design to the real one. I just want to see now if we turn down the friction or turn up the friction, meaning that it's gonna cause the coaster to kind of slow down more throughout the course of the ride, if that kind of changes the feel of it. Yes, I mean that helped a little bit there, especially at the end. But I think it's, I think there's, oh, what's that waiting for? Oh, I think you did a good job with. I mean, there's like a couple areas where it kind of gets a little bit quick, kind of with the turns, but you kind of had to do that for the sake of like the space. But I mean, this building looks awesome. That's awesome. Oh, we need to, yeah. So then. Any other thoughts before we... Oh, what's here? Oh, that's the train. So we'll need to make sure... Remind me at the end, because a classic Michael move, Jasmine, is... Hey, I need to go on a ride at the train at the end.
Yeah.
And then not going on the train. So this is the exit here. And I just love the... Before we move on, this look here. Is this just the color panels? Oh, edible sign. Okay. I forget how light those light up. And then this spot here... Cool. Really kind of gives it a cool...
Is that how it's like in the real one?
Yeah, it's similar. It's not the exact same, but it's very similar kind of with... like it's got a bigger lift hill, and as you're going up the lift hill, there's like lights kind of flashing and stuff.
Okay.
And it's got two different lanes, basically. Like there's two different coasters. But I think this is a pretty darn good kind of smaller scale version of it.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, when you're doing something smaller scale like that, like you kind of have to take some liberties when you're making it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go back to daytime for a second, and then we'll... Hold on, if we can... Oh, I was going the long way. There we go. Oh, there's Cinderella.
I wish we could change the little entertainers, like the colors of their dresses and stuff, because sometimes it doesn't really match like what you might be going for.
Yeah, agreed. I will say now this is probably like a year or two old, so I'm sure a lot of people already know this, but there's actually, Jasmine, I don't know if you know this, there was a leak a couple of years ago, like with Frontier, where they're basically forecasting stuff for the future, and everything they've had on there has been pretty true so far. And one of them was talking about a Planko 2 and them being in talks with Disney potentially for some licensing stuff, which would allow them to get like Disney style items and characters, and kind of like how there's
that would be big.
Kind of how there's like a Steel Vengeance licensing where you actually have the Steel Vengeance coaster in the game. So
yeah,
that would be really cool.
Are you skipping rides? Are these rides?
No, this is a ride. I was just kind of new start. So this is Indiana Jones. Now we don't have an Indiana Jones in the one in Disney World, so this is going to be... I'll have no idea in terms of how this relates, but this is all right away really cool kind of scenery and design. Is there... I guess that's the exit that you take, but it's really cool. Then we go way down here. Whoop. Yeah, so I think the creator was telling me, because of how the ride is in real life and the space on the map and kind of how he's built, he kind of had to...
Oh my gosh.
Basically build it this far underground. And so because of... My guess is going to be because of the build limit, wasn't really able to kind of section it off at all, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the detail down here is awesome. Like, look at the ceiling.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Oh, and then you've even got it...
This reminds me, sorry.
No, go ahead.
This reminds me of when we were at Disney World and we were in line for so long for that Pirates of the Caribbean, and I was like so underwhelmed with the actual ride. Like I was like, that was it. That was it. That's what we were in line for I don't know how long we were in line, but
Yep.
that was crazy.
Yep. She's over exaggerating. We're in line for like an hour. Like,
yeah, an hour too long for what the ride was.
In the grand scheme of things, that was our longest wait of the entire 2 days we were there. And
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Slinky Dog Dash was awesome.
Yes, it was. Oh.
That's cool. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Wow, this is really well done. Even got the shaking of the car.
There's Indiana.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, there he is.
So I wouldn't even know where to begin making a ride like this.
I know, yeah.
Like, you make the entire layout of first, but then I feel like you almost have to know each scene as you're making kind of how the track moves. But I can totally see why he needed to dig this out of the ground, basically. Ooh, bugs.
Yeah, this is really cool. It's so hard to do dark rides.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I've yet to do a dark ride. Oh, that's cool. And, like, the amount of rocks in here.
Did we see, is this on a PS4 or PS5?
This is on PS4.
Okay, so this is a lot to do for a PS4.
Yeah, I believe so, at least. I'll need to check and see. Gosh, this is insane.
What was that?
I don't know. It's almost like thinking like our TV is freaking out or something. Hello, Indiana.
Ah!
I feel like that should have happened at the beginning. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, this might be a dumb question. So I'm blanking now, I think. Harrison Ford played Indiana Jones, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Like I said, I
Yes.
know that was a dumb question, but I was like, wait. Yeah. He's played so many iconic roles. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I love the little sign here that he's noticed. Seatbelt check. Just the added realism of it. Just fantastic. So let's actually kind of go through some of this. This is just so cool. So then you got this part, which is well done.
Yeah, really good on the what are those called? The
Statues, I don't know.
No, I mean like the when you like set a timer for stuff.
Triggers.
Yeah, triggers.
Yeah, so this has got a lot of triggers then because this already looks different. But it's cool how that thing kind of bounces around some differently. So that kind of gives it kind of a cool kind of look to it. But yeah, this is really, really impressive.
Yeah, I like that part.
The stuff on the wall coming at you. Yep. Yeah, so this is my favorite ride so far.
Okay.
The Peter Pan ride was cool.
Oh, I didn't notice that
Gargoyle
thing.
Yeah, where was it?
Whatever that thing is. It popped up.
From here?
Somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice it either. Oh gosh, where do we go? There we go. Oops. Yeah, so I think this is definitely my favorite so far. They've all been really good, but this was just on another level in my opinion. The boulder. Oops. All right, I need to get out of here now.
You're almost out.
Yep. Indiana saving the day. Anything else to say on this before we head on to the next part?
No.
What are y'all's favorite, for those of y'all that have been to Disney World, what's your favorite Disney World park? I know Jasmine's Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
With Avatar.
Yes, and I really liked Epcot, even though we didn't get to spend that much time there.
Yeah, I mean, they're all good. To me, I'm like, Epcot's kind of boring because the rides are just like... Hollywood Studios is probably my favorite because they've got the most thrilling rides. But, I mean, they're all unique in their own way, put it that way. But this part's really cool because it definitely seems like jungle-y and adventure-y, even though it's not a word that I just made up.
So there was like the Jungle Cruise before that. Was that a ride? Or is that just like a thing to say it's the Jungle Cruise?
Yeah, it's just a thing to say.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's one of those where that's where the Jungle Cruise would be located, but for the sake of not having the counter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we weren't missing anything.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out because I tend to miss stuff sometimes. So now, Big Thunder Mountain. Check this out. Woo! That is a lot of rocks. That looks awesome. I did not get to ride this ride last time we were at Disney. So let's take a look. I like the station. You know, it's not actually covering the whole track, but it's nice covering where the guests are at. I mean, look at all these rocks that have been used. This is crazy. And once again, it looks like it's on a small scale, right? So it's not going to be like probably the exact same as the original ride. It's just going to be more on a, you know, it's going to be to a smaller scaled level to kind of fit within the park, which is cool. And more triggers. Gotta love it. So that was Big Thunder Mountain. Anything stand out to you?
Yeah, I really liked that. I just felt like the end probably could have been a little bit better with, it just seemed very kind of like sharp to me.
Yeah. There was space to kind of curve this out a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah, but other than that, I really liked the ride, and I really liked it going up, in the rocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really cool, kind of going throughout in and out of the rocks. One thing I think is cool about this, and I would love to know from the creator on this too, because it seems like this is just a smaller scaled version, right? It's like you have all these spots where there's a little bit of a chain here, which you wouldn't have that in real life. But the reason for that is because it's on such a smaller level that, it's not picking up the speed that the coaster normally would. So, like, this turn might not be quite as wide as it normally is on the real coaster just because we had to, like, scale it down. So I think that's a really good job. And so I think some of the maybe quick turns or stuff, kind of like with Space Mountain, could be more on the fact of it's just on a smaller scale, right?
Yeah.
And so to me, that's a really cool, really well done job. I think this part could have been spaced out a little bit more, kind of come around this way. And or even bank it a little bit. But actually, I know these coasters in real life don't really have much banking.
Yeah.
They didn't believe in banking at that time. Vekoma didn't. I think Vekoma is the company that made these. I think Vekoma's made every coaster at Disney except, or at least at Disney World, except for Slinky Dog Dash. But I could be wrong about that. Actually, no, that's a dumb comment, because Space Mountain was not made by Vekoma, I don't think. All right, enough of me talking about coasters. Once again, I mean, this is cool. Like, it just looks awesome. Like, that looks just how it does in real life. So really good use of the rocks and stuff. And then we'll check out this area at night, too, at the end. But this almost feels like a little Louisiana-style street.
Yeah, that looks like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. So we didn't skip a ride there.
Nope.
And then there's the train once again. Then we'll have to take the train around at the end as we're kind of wrapping up and giving our thoughts. But I love just kind of this little plaza here once again. Looks nice. And yeah, so 67%. So yeah, this is on a PS4. So this would be... Is that the Haunted Mansion or no? Or is that just
maybe.
Yeah. But this is... I mean... We're saving the best for last. Look at that.
We're saving the best for last. Yeah.
So, like I've said, this is a long ride, and it is phenomenal. Like, I can't state that enough.
Okay.
Splash Mountain. So, ooh, I like this little...
Yeah, a little plaza area.
This little plaza is awesome.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Really well done. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's something I need to do more of when making coasters and stuff, because usually coasters do have their own little plaza for people waiting for family members to get off the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a little photo booth. That's so cute.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, I like that, with the little picture frames.
For sure. And by the way, we are planning on making a tutorial based on our knowledge of kind of how we feel like you can, park layouts and stuff.
Lighting.
Yeah. Because, like, if you look at park layouts, like, the coasters are always destination spots. Unless they're, like, a small-scale coaster, like a kid's coaster or...
Yeah.
But, like, any of your... Like, they're always destinations where you kind of end at that point.
It ends, and then you kind of have to turn back around.
Yeah, you don't walk past a B&M Hyper coaster to get to another coaster. Like, it's got a destination point. And so that's what this kind of reminds me of here. And even though this isn't a coaster, Splash Mountain is clearly one of the main attractions at Disney that kind of everybody wants to go on. So, let's go ahead and, without further ado, check out Splash Mountain. We're going to do look forward mode.
You know what I was thinking of the other day? Because, how people say, without further ado. What's an ado? Like, what does that word mean, just by itself? Without further ado.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. It's kind of like I heard on the radio today. So when you hear the term befriended, what do you think? Like, what does that make you think of?
Oh, it says ado is a noun that means fuss, especially about something that is unimportant.
Oh, so, like, let's stop talking about something that's unimportant. That makes sense.
The example says, on the face of it, this is much ado about almost nothing.
You're missing the ride.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. But when you hear the term like befriended, what does that mean to you?
Befriended?
Yeah.
That's when you have a friend.
I know, but it's like, if you actually think of it, like, befriended.
Making a friend?
But that almost sounds like a negative connotation.
Befriended?
Like, I befriended them. Like, we are no longer friends is how it... Like, if you think about what... like
that doesn't sound negative to me.
Okay. Maybe just to me. But look at this.
Are those ducks? What is that?
It's like the whole, like, Brer Rabbit thing. I don't really know the characters, but this is amazing. Like...
Oh, is that a bear?
Yeah. And we have to have our TV screen down because the mic we're using so we can both talk. So I can't really hear if there's audio coming in. But this is just this is amazing. This is one of the best rides I've seen on console. Like, just so detailed. No frowns allowed.
Oh, those are like little honeycombs.
Mm-hmm. It's like you keep expecting this ride to like get to the splashdown, then it just keeps going. Oh. Uh-oh. Decapitated.
Oh, there it is.
Man, I remember being terrified of that as a kid. Like, my dad forcing me to go on, basically. I don't know if forcing is the correct word, but... Then, of course, I loved it.
Oh, I like this part.
Mm-hmm. Alligator. It's like you made it home safely. And we're back to the entrance. So, now that we've been on all the rides, let's look at this area at night. What's your favorite ride in the park that we've been on, and what's your favorite area?
I think my favorite ride would probably be the Splash Mountain one. But my favorite area would probably be the castle or the area with Space Mountain.
Okay. Yeah, I think this area is my favorite as well, the combination of these two. I think just the rock work is like that.
Yeah.
That's just tedious, man. Like, I can't even imagine how long you spent on that. And Splash Mountain's my favorite. I do think this was really good because, like I said, I think everything, and I could be wrong with this, but I think the whole point was creating it on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Which is, the trains are a lot shorter, which is also going to create sometimes maybe less, like the transitions are shorter or smaller than they normally would be. But I think this was really, really well done for, kind of scaling it down. Mm-hmm. Really enjoyed that. But Splash Mountain's my favorite. I mean, this whole park's great. Like, there's,
it really
it's hard to like pick out a spot and be like,
yeah.
I mean, it's like, well, that one was great. That one had Peter Plane's Flight. You had this awesome Dumbo area over here. You got the castle.
What's that? What's that mountain?
This mountain. So this is actually, I think that's supposed to be the Matterhorn.
Oh, right. You said that
But
before.
I could be wrong on that. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I know Disneyland has like that Matterhorn bobsled ride. Now down here you've got Buzz Lightyear's, but this not
Yeah.
actually a ride. It's just kind of a staff room there, but it's meant to
Yeah.
kind of look like the ride would. But that's cool.
Yeah, that is really cute to me.
And then we got like a pizza pan or pizza planet, kind of referencing
Yeah.
Toy Story. But this is
Yeah, I
just an
really like
amazing
that.
park. Happiest place on earth? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just
If you're
kidding.
asking me, theme park happiest place on earth, Cedar Point. That's mine.
Of
That's
course.
mine.
Of course.
Yeah.
Typical Michael.
Yep. Hey, give me 300-foot coasters
Uh-huh.
any day of the week. But no, it's great experience going to Disney and seeing everything, and this is awesome. Now let's turn it to daytime, and let's take a ride on this train.
Yeah, I mean, he probably didn't have enough space to do a station on this one.
Yeah.
But still very, very good park.
There we go. Oh, let's not do look forward. Let's do trying to find the best. Is it chase mode would be the best? I don't know. We'll see. Woo! I mean, you can't look around with chase mode. Ooh, orbit's always good. There we go. Sorry, trying to. Always tough sometimes with the train trying to figure out the best camera. But yeah, so this is, I believe this is coming out on the 27th. So we hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays. So hopefully everybody's having a good time with family and stuff. Then once we get out of the tunnel, we can kind of see the other views that this train provides. That's just such a good job with Thunder Mountain right there.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're stopped because that's the
There's
station.
another.
So here's what we'll do. We'll kind of just go along the track a little bit. Kind of see. So, and here's the main. No, that's the. Yeah, that is the main station. So we're kind of back here at the entrance to the park, and this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just really well done. You know, we had some little things here and there, but like this is just, it's always cool to have like different eyes kind of look at the park too and point things out, and just really impressed with all of this. Anything else?
No, you're asking me?
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. And so, guys, as always, make sure to hit the like button. As I said before at the beginning, the link to this creator's YouTube channel is in the description below. So make sure to go check that out and subscribe, as he puts out some great content. And as always, thank you so much for all the support. Oh, you know what? I'm almost forgetting. We got a fireworks show. We have a fireworks show to look at. So we are going to fast forward till the time when the fireworks are starting. All right, so we hope you guys enjoyed the water show and the fireworks show. I can't believe I almost forgot about that.
I can. I believe it.
Yeah, that's true. That shouldn't be a surprise. I'm
just kidding.
I'm very forgetful sometimes.
No, you're not. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. From MJ Games, I'm Michael.
I'm Jasmine.
And have a great rest of your day.